Hello chaps, I'm the Irish Legend and welcome back. And today we're going to be discussing the possibility that Rey is descended from and might become Sith. Well, a Sith in her case. Now, first things first, why do you think this? Well, I think this because she's obviously shown that she's extremely powerful with the Force already, due to her being able to single-handedly best Kylo Ren in a fight with no previous lightsaber training or with any force training whatsoever, and she's able to use her her powers of the Force to push Kylo Ren back and then therefore go forward and win the fight. And when they're struggling with their lightsabers, Kylo Ren says to her, "You need a teacher. I can do that for you." That's not the actual line. I've forgotten the actual line, but he tells her that she needs a teacher and that she's already very powerful with the Force. Also, earlier in the movie, when she's just escaping Starkiller Base before she runs into Finn and Han Solo, Hux and Ren are talking, and part of the conversation, they say, "She's only just discovering her powers. Do not let her discover the full extent of them." Meaning that Ren might actually know something about her. Now, it's actually very possible that I did another video on who I truly thought who Rey's parents were. But the thing is, I could still be wrong because these new theories were brought to light in a private message to me. And I'm starting to agree with them. What if we never met Rey's parents? What if they're not in any of the Star Wars movies? What if she's descended from like Darth Revan, one of the most powerful Sith Lords ever, if not the most powerful Sith Lord of all time? Her parents could have been Imperial, from the old Sith Empire or the extended Sith Empire, which granted that's not necessarily canon, but they haven't denounced it as completely uncanon either. So we have to take in the possibility that she could actually just be descended from Sith, and that's why she's got such great powers in the Force. Now, she didn't use any powers that were specifically Sith related or specifically Jedi related. And now, the thing is that they're not Jedi related either is the thing that's leading me to think that she could be a Sith, because usually the Sith are extremely powerful from birth, and they start to discover their own abilities. And then a master usually finds them, and then teaches them more, and then they end up either killing their master or being killed by their master if they're not powerful enough. Now, Rey is able to discover her own powers, and during their fight, Kylo Ren can sense that, and he immediately goes, "She is extremely powerful already. What if I can teach her? I can become more powerful myself," because that is the way of the Sith. The way of the Sith is greed. And now, she only truly discovered her powers. Well, she discovered them when she was escaping from Starkiller Base, as she force-tricked the stormtrooper into freeing her from her bindings. I'm sorry. And also, later, after Han Solo, spoilers, has been killed, then that's when she becomes powerful enough, after Ren's taunting, because anger, as Master Yoda has taught us, leads to the dark side. And she's obviously become quite angry. Not infuriated, but she's become quite angry and willing to fight because of that. And so she's able to then immediately, after also she sees Ren almost kill Finn, she becomes, so angry that she's able to defeat Kylo Ren in a lightsaber duel with no previous lightsaber training, and she's able to use the Force pretty much at will. I mean, it takes her like a couple seconds, but it also took Luke Skywalker a couple seconds, when he was stuck in the ice on Hoth during the Empire Strikes Back, during the Imperial Siege of Hoth. Now, just think about it. The evidence is all there that she could possibly be using the dark side. Now, there is another argument to make here, just that she doesn't know that it's the dark side yet. She's just only sort of figuring this out. She's only figuring out that she has the Force powers, and she's figuring out that I might be a Jedi, but she doesn't know that she could be using the dark side. So if Luke can get to her in time and say, "You use the dark side, we can't do this, but I can train you to use the light side," she, might still turn out to be good. But if we look back at most hated movies in all of cinematic history, and that is actually true, the Star Wars prequels, well, the Revenge of the Sith wasn't too bad. I'm not going to get hate for that. Now, if we look back there, the transition from being good to bad in Anakin Skywalker, he was technically the main character. Actually, not technically, he was the main character in all of that. The whole prequels they're all centered around his descent to the dark side, his ascension to the light and then descent to the dark. But now, if you think about it, he was good for a while, but then he was slowly corrupted, and he was the main character. So it wouldn't be not in the filmmaker's best interest to necessarily have Rey be a villain as well. Now, I know that this is a bit pieced together from different parts, and then sort of made into one theory. But this is honestly what I think could actually happen. Rey could be using the dark side. But then again, she also could end up being a gray force user. And a gray force user is they lean more towards the light, but they use dark side powers as well. Now, there's the possibility that Luke Skywalker himself could have become a gray Jedi, and that could be one of the reasons for his banishment. I'll be making a video on that quite soon, hopefully. But another famous gray Jedi, and many people don't know this, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. During the time of the original trilogy, he was considered as a regular Jedi, but it's been brought to light recently due to novels that are considered canon, not considered canon, they are canon, that he is actually a gray Jedi because he's been able to use dark side powers due to his extreme anger at losing his best friend and Padawan, not necessarily Padawan, but apprentice, to dark side. But he's been able to control it. So theoretically, if Rey is a Kenobi, she's got the dark side in her blood because of that. But she'll be able to control it. Now, she's obviously been able to control it pretty well so far, but we have to wait and see what happens in Star Wars 9. Or Star Wars 8, actually. I'm sorry. Now, we just have to wait and see at this point. But this is what I think. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of this. And as a note for my subscribers, due to the last two videos I'd posted, I'm really sorry that I haven't posted in 3 weeks, or uploaded in 3 weeks. I've been really, really busy. I mean, I had to write the script for this and stuff. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video. May the Force be with you.